أعزائي طلاب الصف الأول ثانوي مدارس دار الثقافة. Look at page 12 in your resource books. Look at this reading comprehension. Read the stories and find two important facts about Rip Van Winkle, Eid Bulwi, and Jan Grzebski. Listen carefully.
The Polish Rip Van Winkle. Rip Van Winkle was a character in a short story by the American writer Washington Irving. In the story, Rip lived in a little town in the Hudson Valley in New York in the 1770s, around the time of the American Revolution. Rip went out hunting one day, took a nap under a tree, and fell asleep. He woke up 20 years later to find himself a citizen of a brand new country, the United States of America. Eid al-Bulwi, 80, who had been in a coma for 5 years, woke up and was able to identify members of his family. The 80-year-old had not regained consciousness after surgery to remove a tumor in his head. While still in a coma, he had undergone treatment for 1.5 years at the Tabuk Armed Forces Hospital. His family did not expect him to wake up when he did. Doctors believed that the treatment had a positive effect on his condition and helped him wake up. An Egyptian man who had been in a coma for almost 7 months woke up and named the person who had shot him in the head. The man had been taken to the hospital 7 months ago with a serious head injury and had slipped into a coma almost immediately. When he woke up, he lived long enough to tell the police that a barber named Mohammed had shot him. The barber was arrested and charged with murder. Polish railway worker Jan Grzebski, 65, went into a coma after he was hit by a train in 1988. He woke up 19 years later, in April 2007, into a world that had transformed itself from a communist regime where food lines were common to a world of Big Macs and cell phones. When I went into a coma, there was only tea and vinegar in the shops. Meat was rationed, and there were long lines of cars at gas stations. Now there are so many goods in the shops, it makes my head spin. What amazes me today is that all these people walk around with their cell phones and never stop complaining. I have nothing to complain about, said Grzebski. At the time of the accident, Grzebski's doctors didn't give him long to live, but they were wrong. He survived thanks to the devoted care of his wife, Gertruda. She refused to believe the doctors and moved her husband's body every hour to prevent bed sores. It was Gertruda that saved me, and I'll never forget it, said Grzebski. Now he's getting to know his family, which has grown considerably since his accident. His 4 children are all married and have provided him with 11 grandchildren.
After listening to the previous reading comprehension, look at this exercise. Part number 9, page 13. Choose the meaning of each word as it's used in the reading. Perpetuation means continuation. Regain means to get something back. Treatment, it means medical procedure to cure illness. Effect means result. Transformed means change it completely. 6. Rationed means given in limited amounts. Now look at exercise B. Explain the following expressions in your own words. Regain consciousness. Slip into a coma makes my head spin. Regain consciousness, it means wake up or became conscious again. Slip into a coma, it means lose consciousness. Regain consciousness دي معناها استعيد الوعي. Slip into a coma معناها يفقد الوعي. Number 3 makes my head spin, it means make someone feel dizzy. يجعل شخص ما يشعر بالدوخة أو بالدوار. Now look this exercise. Read the stories again and find similarities and differences. Similarities معنى أشياء متشابهة. Differences معناها أشياء مختلفة. Make notes in the chart below. Compare in pairs. Then use your notes to report in class. Remember to write keywords only when you make notes. Rip Van Winkle, Ed البلوي. Jan Wierzbicki, Egyptian man. Look at these answers. Write them carefully. Look at, for example, Rip Van Winkle. He slept a long time. He's from USA and he fell asleep under a tree. Try to complete this chart. That's enough for now. Thank you.